can stay claimed. Came to show the movement, moving like a freight train, breaking walls and crumble earth with every step we take. We walking by with lash and your neck will break. Never let it stray, so say it wrong or set it straight. So coming at us with an awkward demeanor is leaving your life in a dead of face. So pedal straight, avoid these shots, we send it all costs. Truly believing that it'll be different, we watching your body get hauled off. Simple as this, we giving the vibe of the revolution that we living within. Diminish the doubt of the haters that talk on the low because of this minuscule shit.
Hit you in the face like a cup of coffee, my intro music. Yeah, I am really sleepy today. I don't know why. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, more or less, here on the 3rd day of June 2024, which means it's the beginning of summer. Let's check out the weather and see. Oh, nope. It's still gloomy and drizzling. Because, anyways, it's Monday. And on Mondays, we head on over to EN World. Thank you, EN World, as always, for posting these. And check out this week's free stuff, sales, and, of course, the bundles. All right. As always, these are digital products. They do not exist in the real world unless I specifically say otherwise. These will just be PDFs. So please do not buy them expecting a physical product to come out of your printer and then send me an email that you didn't get the physical product, because I never said you would. And since we are dealing with digital product, please remember that before you open and install any of these, to check them for viruses, malware, etc., 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 because they just discovered another new phishing scam that people are using over the interweb over the weekend. So you can't be too careful. And of course, in regards to the various charity bundles that we get to at the end, if you want to give money to the charity but don't need 500 games, maybe just go directly to the charity's GoFundMe, like Team Primetime, and fund it directly and skip the middleman. Anyways, let's take a look and see this week's freebies first. Most of these, as always, will be on Drive-Thru, DM's Guild, or their affiliates. And Legacy Weapons seems to be a thing. Remember Legacy Weapons? That was tail end of 2nd, maybe in 3rd. Anyways, we've got from D.A. Codwell, a adventure for Vossens. It's called Severed Roots. With a tale like that, it's obviously going to have something to do with crops and farmers at each other's throats. And people leaving the farm because things aren't working well. And then suddenly it turns out, wait, is this a monster behind this? Or just a man behind this? Or just the land giving up? Interesting. From VHC Mitvelt Vinci. Wait, is that a company name or your name? V.H.C. Witvelt, W-A-T-V-I-L-I-E-T, Vinci, V-I-N-C-Y-E. Oh, well, whatever. We have the Manor of the Crimson Coast, which deals with a manor on a coast that is overlooking a village. And there's lots of spooky stuff going on. Sounds like it's a D&D adventure. From Jonesy E, we have 5E Adventures Below Zero, a horror adventure set in the Arctic Wastes. A horror adventure set in the Arctic Wastes where creatures are being mutated. Sounds a lot like one of the greatest horror films of all time, The Thing. We have a system called Personal Income for Shadow Dark, which explores the idea that, hey, are your runners doing something in between adventures besides planning their next adventure? Do they have a 9-to-5 job that they do in the world of Shadow Dark? Probably not, but I mean, it's interesting to think about. We've got another episode of the Cephras Engine Old School Role-Playing Traveler series that they have been doing pretty much consistently for as long as I've been doing this. So at least 2015, so at least 10 years. They've been releasing one of these almost every month. This one is called Adventure Fill Up, which deals with the space version of a gas station and the kind of things you might run into on a middle of nowhere space refueling thing and, stuff like that. So, interesting. Over at Dungeon Masters Guild, Evelyn E. Evans has released Consent Sheet, a resource for DMs, which is a checklist. Oh, God, no. No. We're not getting into that again. DM Pelly has released the Steam Dragon, a one-shot for first-level characters where you're asked to track down stolen magic potions and perhaps something else. One thing that doesn't model very well in D&D is named weapons like Grey Wand, Stormbringer, which is why this individual has created legacy adventure weapons, which I'm pretty sure was already around. In, I want to say, third? I remember legacy weapons because I remember thinking that was cool. Anyways, this individual would have us believe that Dungeons & Dragons doesn't really have epic weapons of fame and fortune. I would remind you of Wave, Whelm, Black Razor, the Hand of Vecna, the Sword of Cass. But okay, if there's, this is, if you want to make us think that there's no idea, there's nothing like that, that's fine. That's fine. We can just ignore the fact that there are. And introduce the idea of legacy weapons, which I'm 90% sure has already been done. But whatever. I'm sorry, I'm about to mispronounce your name, sir. Yuri Shikanovic, Yuriy. Hold on. Not sure why my apartment complex has a street sweeper, but it does. There we go. Yuri Shikanovic gives us the Red Mask Inn, a adventure about an inn where there might be something horrible going on. Something with lots of blood and guts and maybe people getting turned into pies. Lightning round. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new maps and only 1, 2, 3 new subclass feats, whatever you want to call them, for 5e available at DM's Guild. Remember, these are all official, canon, approved, official, hardback, canon things you can use in 5e at least until September. Now for the sales, we've got a D&D 50th anniversary sale over at Dungeon Masters Guild, but this is all Roll20 products. So these are all things that you would have to install into your Roll20 to get to use them. 30% off, and it includes things like Curse of Strahd, Tomb of Annihilation, some bunch of other stuff. So basically a whole bunch of 5e things that have been converted to the Roll20 format and are available on DM's Guild, and now they've marked them down. Artisolian Games has a bundle, the Cyberpunk Red Core bundle, including the Quick Start Easy mode, and this one's for Roll20 as well. So Cyberpunk is finally interacting with VTT. It seems sort of ironic that they would be one of the later ones. You would think they would have been one of the first, but okay. $30 for this bundle. It doesn't say what's in it, so let's double check. Happy Monday, Tim. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. We've got the thing to roll up characters on Roll20 for Cyberpunk Red, and Cyberpunk Red for Roll20, Cyberpunk Red Quick Start, Cyberpunk Quick Start for Roll20. So it's both the PDFs of the actual product and then the VTT files to run the same product online. So there you go. That's pretty cool. If you're looking for something a little bit more 5e, we have the Cyberpunk character classes for 5e bundle. So somebody has taken all the character classes from Cyberpunk and converted them to 5e because apparently they weren't aware that there already are multiple Cyberpunk games. Look, if you just play Cyberpunk or Shadowrun or one of the other 100 games that explore that genre, don't try and fit that genre into 5e. And this guy wants $25 for it. Ian Stewart Sharp has collected a whole bunch of stuff for the Shadows of the Demon Lord. So this is called the Thoughts and Memory Campaign Bundle. It's got 11 different adventures for it, all for the Shadow of the Demon Lord, and it's $15. Two Little Mice has collected several books for their cinematic RPG Outgunned to create a bundle that covers no matter what subgenre of contemporary action you play. It's out there. We've got World of Killers, which is about the criminal underworld. John Wick. We've got Outgun Adventures, which is about tomb raiding. Indiana Jones. We've got Action Flicks, which includes space, secret agents, martial arts. And then there's Project Medusa, which is a mission that your characters can go on. So modern day action type stuff. You know, notice what's missing from that list is, of course, modern day superheroes. But we've got a huge Vecna themed bundle, over at Dungeon Masters Guild for $47. This includes Ravenloft, Domains of Dread, the Apocalypse Stone, Vecna Reborn, Vecna Lives, Die Vecna Die, and Van Richter's Guide to Liches. Funny, you would think they'd also have Scott McClintock's on there, but whatever. And this has been marked down to $45. Over at the Storyteller's Vault for Changeling the Dreaming, we've got from Puka G a Changeling the Dreaming bundle, which features a whole bunch of books for that setting, and that's $34. And finally, the charities. We've got a Rifts Mega Bundle over at Bundle of Holding. This is $20 and goes to support the Diana Jones Emerging Designer Program. And then we've got a second Rifts Bundle, which contains more Rifts stuff, specifically about the Coalition War campaign story arc from Rifts, if you're familiar with the Rifts storyline and the Coalition storyline. This is $18, and it goes to support the Diana Jones Emerging Designer Program. Weird Games has extended their Beyond the Breach bundle another week, though it's apparently ending pretty soon, it looks like. So if you're interested in the steampunk Lovecraftian setting Through the Breach, you can get this for $18. Concludes everything that was ever made for this game. We have the Pathfinder's Finest 2E Fantasy Ground Experience over at Bundle of Holding. That's this thing right here. That's a whole bunch of stuff for Pathfinder that's been converted to the Fantasy Ground. So this is, just a ton of Pathfinder 2nd Edition stuff, probably some older stuff, all taken and magically transported to the world of VTT, specifically the Fantasy Ground VTT. $30 is the largest pledge that should get you everything. This goes to support children's hospitals, a worthy charity. We have a H.P. Lovecraft Delta Green collection. Delta Green from Arc Dream Publishing. Of course, the idea of Delta Green going all the way back to early 80s when the game first came out, of instead of sending incompetent idiots to go investigate the supernatural horror stuff and watch them go insane, why don't we send trained soldiers who have the training and equipment to deal with the supernatural idiots? And maybe they won't walk away insane. So Delta Green, of course, being the super secret government organization that fights the things that go bump in the night. This is the latest incarnation of it from Arc Dreams. It features everything that's been written for it so far for $18. And this goes to support youth charities in the area. And that's it for this week. Nothing really stands out. This legacy weapons, I know they did this before. Maybe they called it something different, but I know they did it before. So if you're not familiar with what it was, basically you started with a weapon, let's say a +2 sword. You could take some of your experience that you earned to level up the legacy weapon. And as you leveled it up, it would gain more power. So it might start as a +2 sword with light. And then you give it enough experience points that you start unlocking the legacy. And eventually, after 5 levels or 8 levels of unlocking the legacy, you've got, Black Razor or the Hand of Vecna or whatever. So yeah, it does look familiar. I guess I think they've just updated it to 5e and apparently isn't aware that 5e already has existing legacy weapons like the Axe of the Dwarves Lords, Wave Whelm, Black Razor, Heart, the Ebb Bow, the Hand of Vecna. Okay, well, whatever. You really need a book to figure out how to do that? I think you're smart enough to do it yourselves. Anyways, that's it for today. If you pick up any of these, let me know what you thought about them. Till then, stay safe. I would tell you to have a lovely summer day, but the fog has rolled back in. But hopefully wherever you are, there's sunlight. So please go outside and enjoy it. In other words, get off my land.